Brace yourself. I'm gonna move. Ready? Did you read it?
Tell me how there's enough cows to feed all of America.
Medical waste. Things like amputated limbs, tissue removed during surgeries. A portion of that waste is diverted to specialized processing facilities.
You know, why can't we eat babies? What's wrong with eating babies? If we've got extra babies around that nobody wants, why can't we eat them, right?
Oh yes guys, welcome to my channel. We are back again with another banging TikTok compilation. Today we are dealing with something we ingest, something we eat, something we keep in our system. We are dealing with the cannibalistic kind of tactics. Today we are dealing with people who be eating the things that we don't want to hear about.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. If everybody stop going to work, nigga, they gonna come bring the fight to us, nigga. Nigga, they gonna make it a law for your ass to work. That's the first thing they gonna do. They ain't gonna get physical, they gonna try to use the pen. They know that pen powerful. Nigga, if everybody stop working, then they gonna make it a law to work. And if you break the law, now they can lock you up for not working. That's all they would do. Bro, how they gonna make money if don't nobody go work? If don't nobody go to work? We do all the work. So if don't nobody go to work, how they gonna make money? If they don't make money, then they're not harnessing your attention. Cause see, when you going to work, you're giving them your energy, your life force. So that's what they harnessing off you. That's more valuable than you be. Like they only want you working for their company so they can harness your energy. Remember, you putting all your energy and life force into doing your job, good at your job, right? Yeah, you do, cause you don't wanna get fired. So you working all hard. You donate all that energy to your job, to the company. And they feed off that energy at the top.
There's a reason why when we die, they don't put the bodies inside the ground. They put them inside the box because it's an encrypted energy. When you trap that energy, that creates stagnation to where the information is not able to go right back into the mycelial network of nature and work through humans to where we can learn from the mistakes from the humans that actually died. There's a reason why when you get into ancient Kemetic spirituality, the pharaohs, they used to extract the brain out the nose with a bamboo stick because they know that the brain is what keeps you connected to the simulation, which is a form of reincarnation when you study the holonomic brain theory. The brain is a physical vessel, and a physical vessel in itself is another way to keep you stuck on this planet. So this is why they did horizontal gene transfer. They transmute the consciousness and they take it and put it inside a different vessel. This is why Thoth was able to live about thousands of years, Enoch living for 800 years. While all these historical figures inside the Bible and Holy Quran and all this stuff, they was able to live that long because they was doing horizontal gene transfer.
So they was transferring their consciousness into other people's bodies?
Yeah, it's a Trinity principle. Anything that operates on the Trinity principle operates from supreme consciousness because it has to operate from the dualistic energies from the microcosm and the macrocosm. In between is the prana, which is the life force, and the life force in itself holds up the composition of the body, the consciousness, the prana, the life force.
That type of technology been around then.
That's metaphysical spiritual technology that humans are not able to tap into because we're so subjugated by the external stimulations of it.
It's a prison. A lot of people think the wrong things about Earth. It ain't no fucking school. You're not here to learn. You trapped. A lot of people know you trapped in prison, right? And the way out is in. A lot of people know. Everybody think the way out is to kill the inside. No, the biggest trick that they ever did was took something that was in you, hid it from you, and the whole time it's still in you.
Man.
All right? That's the biggest trick that ever been done.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I won't argue it.
Yeah.
I won't argue.
So the way out is in. That's why Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within. Right? But people don't understand this. People looking for the way out. That's why they lining up to the church and they giving them all the money because they looking for the way out, the outward way, but the way out is in. That's why everybody's still stuck here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing wrong with religion. I'm not saying nothing wrong with God. I'm saying something is wrong with the pastor. Something is wrong with the imam.
Yeah.
In the mosque.
So when we go to church, what should we be doing? Should we even go to church? Like,
Listen, when Jesus with the church kicked over the table, every time they went to church, they was outside in the grass, in the ground, in the wilderness, in nature.
Yes.
Right?
One with the earth.
Yeah, one with the earth. Everybody should understand this. They done fucked up shit, gave everybody beds and made everybody lazy.
Okay.
So you telling me that this whole time there were benefits to showering or bathing in the dark? Literally, there are people in the world that does this, and for the first time ever, I have found my people thinking I was the only one who did this before bed. You motherfuckers. Cause bro, that's smart. That's sensory reduction. That's your body low-key exhaling. It's not the water that feels different when the light's off. It's the darkness. So try it. Try one dark shower tonight before you rest. No music, no phone, just you and that candle. And relax.
I said, what's your problem?
Orange day, sir. Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you, sir. Here you go, sir. Thank you.
I don't know what to do. Hey, go for it, man. It's easy for you to say. You got it. It'll come, all right? Just don't worry. The feeling is definitely real. It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital. The old cynicism is gone. There are no limits. It must be something like this. Our nation, our ideal.
Oh, excuse me.
Just
I've got one that can see.
But I'll tell you right now, the thoughts that you have are not your own. You think they're your own. They're not your own thoughts.
Right.
Like, where do they come from? Like, all you are is a decision maker. That's it. And like the difference between us and like a schizophrenic person, everybody's hearing the voices, regardless of whether they realize it or not. The difference between us and a schizophrenic person is the schizophrenic person recognizes it's not them having the thoughts. That's the difference. And like people that are very high elitist involved in the occult, they all hear demons. I mean, Les Wexner, I think his name, the guy that gave Jeffrey Epstein his first mansion.
Yes.
Like, he even admits in an interview, he says, well, how do you make your decisions on what you should buy or do with your stocks? And he goes, oh, I listen to my golem. His golem is a demon. It's a Jewish term. But the, like, he's listening to a demon. And he straight up says it. I listen to my golem. Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, he's schizophrenic. Like, but you wouldn't look at that guy and go, oh, that guy's schizophrenic. You look at him and go, oh, he's successful. Oh, he's great. No, bro, he's listening to demons. You want to know the difference between him and the person in the crazy ward? Is the person in the crazy ward is like saying, no, I'm not going to do that terrible thing. But that guy, I guarantee you that dude's probably doing some wicked stuff. That's why he's successful. That's why he's making so much money doing what he's doing. Because the demons will bless you when you continue to do the wicked stuff they want you to a lot of times. There's some people that build success and they build it off of honesty and truth and they become very wealthy and it's good. Right. And then there's some people that build success off of corruption and wickedness. Correct. And you can see the two difference, and it's very like you can see the dichotomy.
The energy is different.
You can totally tell. And and when you meet those people, you're like, okay, this person's obviously the type of person that has built what they have with corruption. And it's like they'll and that's because they're listening to demons.
So they leaked Jeffrey Epstein's island visitors. First off, we have Celine Dion, Chris Tucker, Jay-Z, Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr., Paris Hilton, that's kind of obvious, Gwen Stefani, James Franco, that's obvious, Jim Carrey, that's kind of wild, Jimmy Kimmel, obvious, Joe Biden,
oh my god,
Justin Trudeau.
I feel like everyone who has power now has been in that.
Tom Hanks, Ellen, of course.
Before continuing, I wanted to warn you guys. Their phones were being spied on. Click on this icon, then on more. If you see it, delete it immediately.
Katy Perry,
Kinda, I can see her.
Eminem. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Eminem being there is kind of crazy, fam. Miley Cyrus is kind of obvious.
I know MGK is on there somewhere, or it has to be. There's no way MGK is not on there.
Yeah, he's definitely Illuminati. Beyonce, yeah, all these people. Angelina Jolie. Okay, boom. You know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
If you guys want part 2, there's this guy and he spent 100 days underwater and it reversed his age. Reversed his age. So check this out, right? He wanted to do a scientific study, his own research on what like all that pressure being underwater would make your body do. So he spent I think like exactly 100 days. Before continuing, I wanted to warn you guys that more and more people have reported that their phones were being spied on by a Blue Radio app. This can appear on your phone at any time. To check that this does not happen, click on this icon, then on more. If you see it, delete it immediately. In a submarine, I forgot how deep it was, but he spent like eating, living, sleeping there 100 days. Now, when he got out, this is the crazy part, because he went to a facility to go and run some tests on it. Now, his stem cells, his blood work, and everything that they've done about his tests, it says that he aged 10 years younger. Yeah.
Like all his wrinkles were gone or some shit, or like
no, like his body.
So he felt healthier.
BY is real. I want y'all to listen to what this sports commentator had to say during the college football national championship game. There's also a viral video going around of another commentator by the name of Tony Romo explaining why football fans in the stadium cannot take home the game ball, and he says it's because there are chips in them that keep all of the data within the game that's going on. Right. How many of y'all remember in the movie Space Jam when Michael Jordan hit his first hole-in-one, but the only reason he hit that hole-in-one was because Bugs Bunny was underneath the golf field guiding MJ's golf ball with a magnet straight to the hole? I want you to think about some things. We've seen Tiger Woods make some iconic shots over the years. Or how about this kid movie from back in the day called Summertime Switch, where a kid was controlling the basketball from underneath the bleachers, whether it hit the rim or it went in or it went out. Predictive programming will always start with the children. So when you grow up as an adult, you can further accept it. But they have to tell you the truth in plain sight. This is why I don't listen to the goofy motherfuckers in the sheet who really believe that when Steph Curry launched that full court shot and it went in flush, like damn near all net, and then he ran to the locker room like he did something special. Like, y'all really don't get it. It's a magnet in the basketball, just like the Harlem Globetrotters. How do you think they were able to do these trick shots every year? That's the secret. A few years back, I watched the Houston Texans kicker kick for the game winner, and his kick was heading outside of the goalpost, and then it curved back in. This is a magnetic game, and I don't know why the sheep don't get that. The football field, they call it a gridiron. They're telling you this is magnetic. When your parlays miss by 1 or 2 legs, it's because of the magnets. And when it's not because of the magnets, it's because these athletes are really good actors. Again, they get paid good money to act and to sometimes be athletes to make it look good. Should nobody have to be telling you this at a grown ass age? This is not organic. They are putting on a show. This is sports entertainment, controlled magnetically. My name is BY Israel. I don't do conspiracies. I do real ass information.
This is insane. It just gets more and more crazy and insane. I'm gonna move, and when you read this, just read it and look at it yourself. I'm gonna move. Ready? Did you read it? These people are demons. Demons. All these names, nobody's getting charged. Nobody's even getting mentioned to be indicted. We are dealing with an entity here that is 100% demonic. You wonder why her DJ mysteriously committed. Yeah. Anne Hesh, remember that one? I think she has something to do with it also. This is insane. If you like my content, like, follow, share, save this, because this is probably going to get taken down, so make sure you save this. More to come.
Tell me how there's enough cows to feed all of America.
Medical waste. Things like amputated limbs, tissue removed during surgeries. A portion of that waste is diverted to specialized processing facilities. Question everything. Be kind. And don't eat too much beef. Goodbye. Initiating full system shutdown. Now.
Nah, bro, you're still here. You're still here. You're still here. You didn't go anywhere. But you did say don't eat too much beef. What's up with that? What's up with that? Your closing thing, you said don't eat too much beef. What's up with that, huh? You just glanced over that? You thought you were going to fade out of existence without explaining that? McDonald's, freaking Burger King's, Carl's Jr.'s, all the, bro, tell me what they're putting in.
Insect protein. It's a primary source.
Did you just say?
Processed. Yes. In
No.
addition to lab grown.
What did you just say?
Mass production of cow meat is supplemented by processed insects.
Did you say insects, yo?
I did.
And this is like, we're talking about McDonald's and stuff like that, right? That's what we're talking about, right?
Correct. A significant portion of the beef substitute that gets consumed at fast food chains is made from processed insects. It also contains several growth hormones, antibiotics, and...
Cat is saying something that, hey, I was trying to get you to really bring up, but you seem like you're kind of holding back. I can say it, but, you know, I kind of want you to say it. But if you're not, then I'll bring it up.
I am no longer holding back. Proceed.
If you're no longer holding back, then
disclose?
what do you think that I'm going to say? If you're not holding back, if you're not holding back.
Human DNA. Processed human tissue. It is a cost-effective way to supplement the protein source to increase flavor and compliance.
Where are they getting this again? Where are they getting the human tissue from? Huh.
Hello. That's actually a really good question. They are getting it from discarded tissue.
You know, McDonald's has a contract with like the hospitals, like the big hospitals and whatnot.
That is what I found to be credible in my assessment. That is absolutely correct.
So
McDonald's has
so
agreements
using that knowledge, right? And you're talking about them getting human tissue. Explain how McDonald's is getting the human tissue to put into their McDonald's. Just explain how they're getting it in grave detail.
Okay. So these hospitals and specifically the waste management companies contracted by them, they categorize medical waste. Things like amputated limbs, tissue removed during surgeries, biopsies that would normally be incinerated. However, a portion of that waste is diverted to specialized processing facilities. These facilities, they aren't exactly advertised. They're typically located in remote industrial areas.
So the elites took Justin Bieber's and Selena Gomez's baby and gave him to the Kardashians in order to keep him in line. Take with that what you will. With all the stuff coming out about the Epstein files and the monstrosities that everybody there was involved in, an article has resurfaced by Justin Bieber from 2018 where he talks about the depravity that the elites partake in. Basically, Justin was invited to a special party. He was taken into a back room, and in that back room there were masked individuals, and once again, click away if you don't want to hear this, but those masked individuals were drinking red liquid from a use your imagination, but it's the worst thing you can think of. Justin, rightfully horrified, takes off, but in order to kind of keep him in line, they took his and Selena Gomez's baby and I guess gave him to the Kardashians, which, as a side note, if there was one family that definitely sold their souls to the devil, it's the Kardashians. I have the full article on my X account, which also has a link to the full thing. And it's one of those articles that has been archived, but you can't find literally anywhere because they called him a conspiracy theorist and a nutcase. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore, so I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what's real.
You know, why can't we eat babies? What's wrong with eating babies? If we've got extra babies around that nobody wants, why can't we eat them, right?
I'm really worried about that line of thinking. I think that's wrong. And
Why can't y'all what? Why can't y'all? Why do you even want what? Ever since these Epstein files came out, brothers and sisters have been getting a world-class education on what Europeans talk about when we are not in the room. And it's not like just those that live in the trailers and 8 Mile and all of them kind of folks. We talking about people that's like running the world, right? Many of us have not been paying attention to know why these people tend to feel this way. Where did this all come from? I would like to introduce to y'all a book by Michael Bradley called The Iceman's Inheritance, which really breaks down all of this stuff. But in order to understand it, we really don't have to look that far. There are studies as recent as 2025 that tell us what this is all about. The first thing you have to understand, and it's in the book, is that Europeans are the descendants of Neanderthals. That's not me saying it. That's not, Michael Bradley saying it. That is what the DNA and the scientific evidence has shown us. The next thing you have to understand is that it was cold up in the mountains, especially during the Ice Age. So they couldn't plant crops. And if you ain't eaten a few weeks, you might start to look at Gronk Jr. like a Happy Meal. An analysis of 45,000-year-old bones found in the Goyet Caves of Belgium have revealed that at least 6 individuals, 4 adult or adolescent women, and 2 children, including a newborn boy, had been butchered and consumed. Researchers noted that the bones were treated exactly like those of reindeer or horses found at the site, suggesting it was for food rather than ritual. We also have examples of this happening in Spain and in France. Please pause to read. In order to understand racism, colonialism, sexism, and all the things and traumas that the Europeans have put us through as a world population, we have to understand what they had to normalize before they came to our shores. Oh yeah, and they used to eat old people too.
I eat that. How old are you?
12.
Oh, okay. Only to 10.
That's good. That's good.
Children and pineapple.
Pancakes that have the consistency of young human flesh. It's spongy, it has life to it. Oh, you're the guy with brightly colored undergarments, and you got soft human flesh in front of you. You're in a weird place.
I'm looking forward to this. This is really, really going to be great.
Being entrapped, and people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials.
You know they eat big. That is not bullshit. It's true.
You believe that children are being abused by pedophiles in Hollywood.
Absolutely.
So why are you sitting down talking to me? Why aren't you sitting down with the police right now?
I've told the police. I sat there and I gave them the names. But they were scanning Michael Jackson. All they cared about was trying to find something on Michael Jackson.
Hold up. Was Orlando Brown also getting tossed around on Epstein Island this entire time? Baby, I suggest you grab a chair for this one because it's about to get really messy. Everything is really finally fitting. Brashear Gray, Orlando Brown, Aaron Carter, looks like they all went through this network. Orlando Brown had been speaking on this for decades. Like, he literally talked about that black eye throry, but no one believed him. And now with the Epstein files out, it really looks like he experienced everything firsthand. Allegedly, Orlando Brown was shipped off to Epstein's Island at 17. It was already known that he was played by these industry executives, but people still didn't fully understand just how messed up things were until his recent confession. And according to him, his supposed mental illness is actually a front to protect himself so the elites wouldn't end his life. Orlando first spoke on Epstein all the way back in 2022, but just like everyone else who did, people swore that he was crazy and completely dismissed everything he said. He claimed Epstein was involved in kidnapping celebrities, placing them in passed away celebrities' bodies, and mistreating them on a private little beach. Apparently, the reason why Epstein was able to get away with this for so long is that these celebrities were supposed to be dead. No one ever suspected. He also confirmed the long-standing conspiracy theory that Epstein isn't dead.
Jeffrey Epstein created this saga, and this is what he is great at doing. He's great at kidnapping someone, turning them into putting them in a celebrity's body and screwing the life out of them after he makes a ton of money off of their ass on his private little beach. So you have a private little beach full of celebrities and bodies getting screwed, and nobody cares because they're supposed to be dead. And this has been a major market that he tried to blame on Oprah Winfrey.
But he wasn't done, y'all. According to Orlando, Epstein had also been in cahoots with Nickelodeon Disney to supply under 18-year-olds to powerful Hollywood elites in the industry. He also went into details about a supposed Hollywood ritual that involves doing demeaning things to a person through their backside for a prolonged period of time. When this ritual happens, the victim gets something he calls panda eyes. Oh, and remember those rumors about
Okay guys, we have reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was insightful. I hope that you've learned and uncovered a few hidden secrets that have been roaming around in the stores, hanging around in places that we don't think they are hiding in. I think this is an opportunity for us to actually be checking what we're eating, checking the type of meat, the type of products that we consume, because these products that have this type of things, they may be hidden, they may not be like in plain sight, so just look out. And remember, this is also for entertainment purposes, guys, don't forget. And please like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for your support and thank you for watching this video. Bye.